right, tonight's topic are transversals. A transversal is a line that intersects two or more other lines. So, for example, in this picture here, we have line L and line M that are both being intersected by transversal T. The reason why this is important is because it essentially gives us four angles up here and another four sets of angles down here. And these 8 angles together are related to one another in a few different ways. So, of course, we still have vertical angles like angle 1 and angle 4, angle 2 and 3, angle 5 and 8, and angle 6 and 7. And we still have adjacent angles, angles that are next to each other, 1 and 2, 2 and 4, 3, 2 and 4, 4 and 3, 5 and 6, 5 and 7, 7 and 8, 6 and 8. Those are all adjacent angles. But now we're going to look and see how angles up here and down here relate to one another. Okay, so don't forget we have vertical angles and adjacent angles. And now we're talking about, since we're adding a line, we're adding a whole new set of angles. So we have corresponding angles, and these are angles that are in the same relative position. Think top left, top right, bottom right. So for example, angle 1 is in the top left up here, and so is angle 5. So angle 1 and 5 would be corresponding. Angle 2 is in the top right, much like angle 6, so 2 and 6 are corresponding. 3 and 7 are both in the bottom left, and 4 and 8 are both in the bottom right. So those would all be examples of corresponding angles. Please write down an example in your notes. Alternate interior angles are a little bit more complex. They're angles that are on alternate or opposite sides of the transversal. So we have a left side of our transversal and a right side. So when we say alternate sides, we mean one on the left, one on the right, and on the interior or inside of our intersected lines. So our lines are here L and M. So angles on the inside of it are 3, 4, 5, and 6. You can see 1 and 2, 7 and 8 are outside our intersected lines. So alternate interior angles mean they have to be on alternate sides of the transversal and inside our parallel lines. So one pair of alternate interior angles in this case is angle 3 and angle 6. The other pair of alternate interior angles I'd like you to write down in your notes. Next, we have alternate exterior angles. These are very similar, but these are now angles that are on the outside of our parallel lines. So angle 1 and angle 8 would be an example of alternate exterior angles. Please write down the other example of alternate exterior angles. Okay. Next, we have same side interior angles, or angles on the same side of the transversal and on the interior of the intersected lines. These are also called consecutive angles, so you'll see them both ways. So angles that are on the same side and inside our parallel lines would be examples like 3 and 5. Same side of the transversal, they're both on the left side, and they're inside our intersected lines L and M. Please take a look and find the other pair and write them down in your notes. And finally, we have same side exterior angles, which are exactly what you would think of. They're angles on the same side of the transversal again, but now we're talking about angles on the outside of our intersected lines. So for example, angle 2 and angle 8. Same side, both on the right side of the transversal, and outside lines L and M. Please write down the second pair of same side exterior angles. So why is this important? This is really important when we talk about if the lines that are being intersected by the transversal are parallel. Once they're parallel, then we know 4 different things. We know that our corresponding angles are congruent, our alternate interior angles are congruent, our alternate exterior angles are congruent, and that the same side interior or consecutive angles and our exterior angles are supplementary. So same side angles are supplementary, all the other angles are congruent when the lines are parallel. That's very important to know. This might be the most covered concept on the SOL test. So make sure you get this down and it's correct in your notes. I'll see you guys in class and let me know if you have any questions.